What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So the UFC 306 card just finished up, and shockingly, Merab Dvalishvili beats Sean O'Malley by decision, winning 3 rounds to 2 on 2 judges' scorecards, and then on 1 judge scorecard, he won 4-1. And these are my immediate thoughts of the fight. Man, going into this fight, I know Merab is a dangerous fighter. I see what he did to Peter Yan. I seen what he did to Henry Cejudo. I was a little scared for Sean O'Malley going into it, but reluctantly, I thought Sean O'Malley would win because eventually I'm saying he's going to find Merab's chin. Merab looks like he gets hurt in almost every one of his fights somehow. And I was like, with a guy like Sean O'Malley being a sniper, he's going to hurt Merab and knock him out. But no, from the beginning of the fight, Merab kept his distance, had really good feints and really good jitter movements, which threw off Sean O'Malley's whole game plan. And I think Merab really won this fight after the first round when he was able to secure that takedown on Sean O'Malley, right? O'Malley, that kind of broke him mentally. He wasn't able to fight his normal style no more, where he was overextending his punches in round 2. He got away from his normal tactics of throwing leg kicks, body kicks. All that went out the window, and Merab was able just to secure takedown after takedown, and Sean O'Malley really just couldn't do anything at all. So the first 2 rounds easily went to Merab, and it started to look bad, but I had a little faith in Sean O'Malley just because I was like, okay, he's got to figure this guy out. In round 1, he was able to stand up. In round 2, I believe he was able to get back up. Got to rewatch the fight exactly to see if he did that. But coming into round 3, more of the same happened pretty much. Merab started wrestling, got I believe, another takedown. But O'Malley was able to get up and I want to stay still the rest of that round. And it looked like the judges saw that too and gave O'Malley round 3. So going to round 4, right? We're going pretty quickly because the fight wasn't eventful. It was mostly Merab holding down Sean O'Malley or getting takedowns, and Sean O'Malley just overextending, missing a lot of his punches. So we're going to round 4. Merab does it again. And each time O'Malley keeps going to his corner, he's calm. He's doing his normal breathing exercise, his visualization. Tim Walsh is trying to encourage him, but I don't know. The fire wasn't there. I don't know if that was Merab or something else was going on. I don't like to give people excuses, but maybe Merab's style was just the style that beats Sean O'Malley. And the funny part is, the beginning of the fight, Merab and Tim Walsh was going at each other to the point where Herb Dean had to tell Merab to shut the hell up. And I don't know. I don't think I ever seen that where a fighter and a coach, the opposing coach, are just arguing beginning of the fight. Very weird. Oh yeah, in round 2, I believe, or round 1, Sean O'Malley was going for a submission and grabbed Merab's gloves very blatantly, but Herb Dean didn't take a point. Amazing. And then there's times during the fight that Herb Dean is telling Merab, hey, Merab, you have to get going or I'm going to stand you up pretty much, even though he just secured a takedown. It really felt like the UFC and the officiating really wanted Sean O'Malley to win, and that's kind of his whole career, right? He got the Peter Yan fight. He didn't deserve it, right? A lot of people thought he lost that fight, but he got the nod, right? He was supposed to be scheduled to fight he's supposed to be scheduled to fight Aljamain Sterling next, right? But they wanted to put Henry Cejudo in line first because they're like, Aljamain Sterling's style is really toxic for Sean O'Malley. So they're like, we have to get someone to beat Aljamain Sterling, and we got Henry Cejudo here. Let's use that to our advantage. So they put Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain. Unfortunately, it didn't work for them because Henry Cejudo lost, right? So they're like, oh, now there's nothing we can do. We can't protect Sean O'Malley any furthermore, but he had a year of training wrestling. Let's see if he's able to beat Aljamain Sterling. And he did. He was able to beat Aljamain Sterling, right? And then next in line, you'd think it will be a better fighter than Chito Vera, but the UFC booked the Chito Vera fight simply because there's no one available at the time, and it had a story to the fight. And what was the story? Chito Vera beat Sean O'Malley, but as we seen, that was really due to the injury and not Cheeto Vera's skill set. And when Sean O'Malley rematched Cheeto Vera, he mopped the floor with this guy. So going into this fight, I don't want to say Sean O'Malley was never tested, because he was. Peter Yan gave him a great fight, and many people believe that Peter Yan won that fight. But then, no one has ever really checked Sean O'Malley's wrestling. Aljamain Sterling shot one takedown on O'Malley. He was able to stuff it. Then he got knocked out. He didn't go to a long fight where a guy's constantly shooting at him, where he has to adjust and adapt to that. So going to this fight, it was really unknown. But we just look at the physical abilities. Sean O'Malley being taller, being a sniper, all that, we're like, just in general, taller fighters are harder to take down. We're like, okay, he's able to, if he gets taken down, stand back up, because Merab's not able to keep them down, right? And we saw that in round 1. But, man, Sean O'Malley's boxing didn't look so great here. He couldn't hit Merab. He didn't hurt Merab until the 5th round, and that's due to a body kick. And the reason why he couldn't throw those body kicks is because that Merab was moving around so much, and he was threatening the takedown, where it threw Sean O'Malley's whole game plan out the window. Everything Sean O'Malley was telling us about Leon Edwards being stuck on the cage, not doing all the right stuff, it made me believe that, hey, this guy could really beat Merab because he's just too smart. You've been calling Merab too stupid this entire time and overlooked Merab, and Merab was able to dominate him, destroy him. If that 5th round if he never hurt him to the body in that 5th round, it would have been a pure shutout in my books. But this destroys the UFC plan. This is like the worst thing for them. Now there's no more Sean O'Malley versus Umar Nurmagomedov. You cannot build that fight no more. There's no more Sean O'Malley versus Ilia Topuria. This guy was really supposed to lead the UFC. He was supposed to be the next star. He was supposed to be their next Conor. You know, Israel's done. He just lost to Dricus. John Jones is fighting Stipe Miocic. He's out the door. And it was left open for Merab. It was left open for Sean O'Malley to come here and take over. But what is it now? Is it going to be Merab's the new face of the UFC? And that fight, man. As much as I respect Merab, it was like a boring fight, man. If you told me last year that we're going to have Merab, Bilal Muhammad, and Dricus du Plessis as champ, I wouldn't believe you. It literally just makes no sense. I like Bilal. I want him to win champ. I want him to be champ, right? I like Merab too. And Dricus, he's okay fighter. I like his mentality, but just look on paper, that just seems like the impossible, right? But man, shout out to Merab. The UFC is I don't know what they're gonna do. I think that Omar should get a crack on Merab next, but a very strange fight. The last 2 fights on the card, the co-main, the main event, did not deliver. It was very boring. But what are your thoughts on the UFC Noche card? Did you guys like it? Did you guys have Merab winning? Are you guys hoping Merab loses his next fight? Let me know in the comments down below. If you are new, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Peace.